What's up, fam, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for stopping by the channel. So this one is, I'm at work and I was like, I need to get this video out. I had like this complete entire presentation, that I was gonna do, but I was just like, you guys, you know what? Let me just talk to the people. So anyway, let's talk about this retrograde in this Mercury retrograde in Taurus. So it's really interesting because I think I've spoke about this before on the channel, that retrograde is basically like a time of reflection, right? What has worked, what's not working, and the Most High has built this in throughout the year when we have these retrogrades. But this one is a little interesting because it's in Taurus. This is a Mercury retrograde in Taurus. And retrograde is also about just taking time to think about your next steps, tie up loose ends. It's really a time for you to sit back and reflect. Also, when you talk about Mercury is all about communication and intelligence. Mercury is about the conscious mind, right? How are you thinking? How are you communicating what you're thinking? Because Aries was about the will, the ego, the fire, the light, inspiration, divine inspiration. So now, what are you doing? How are you communicating what you're thinking about? What are you thinking about, right? What is your inner thoughts? And how are you communicating this, right? So then you have all of this happening in Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is all about love, right? So now when you put it together, how are you speaking in love? How are you communicating in love? And not just with others, guys, with yourself. What is your inner dialogue with yourself? How are you talking to yourself, right? Because see, here's the thing. If we don't love ourselves, if we're not kind to ourselves, and I'm not talking about, this ego selfishness. No, I'm talking about what is your inner dialogue with yourself, right? When you talk about Aries, it's about, really, a lot of it is about the will and desire. Taurus goes deeper into the desire, right? What are the desires of your heart? The Bible says that the Most High gives you your desires of your heart. You guys, when you get a chance, look up the etymology for the word desire. Look up the etymology. I think you'll be surprised to know that it says from the stars, right? It says that it comes from the stars, a desire, which makes sense, right? Think about it. And a lot of times we miss the desires that the Most High gives us because you have to go within. It comes from within. It's that still small voice, right? And a lot of times it comes through your dreams, right here in your heart. And so, but we dismiss it because a lot of times those desires, guys, they seem unattainable, but it's about you having faith and pushing forward. But a lot of times, guys, we're born into this fake mother matrix. That's what matrix is, a fake womb that we are in right now. And we've been stomped. The divine mother has been stomped out of the equation. And we have this false mother matrix that has nurtured us the wrong way, nurtured us in self-doubt, competition, jealousy, right? Because if you think about it, a lot of the times, some of the things that we've picked up through, childhood years and all those things. And so a lot of the internal dialogue we have is from that. That's kind of shaped us and molded our personality. Like for me, I'll give you an example. When I was younger, if there was some food that I didn't like, and I would say, I'm not hungry. I don't want this. And it was said to me, like most of us, oh, the children in Africa don't have this type of food. So, me as a child, I'm not thinking that I'm being disrespectful. I just said, well, let's send it to them. And oh my gosh, I grew up in a Caribbean home, and it was like, oh, she's rude, she's fresh, but no, that's how my mind was thinking, see? But when you're met with that's rude, that's fresh, then you internalize, and it makes you come from a place that you understand that the way you think is been deemed wrong, right? So that stays with you, and so you hold back from speaking or giving input in anything because it has been engraved in you that the way you process is wrong, instead of saying, hey, yeah, you're right, we can send some food to Africa, but this is all we cook today, and this is your only option. So if you're hungry, this is what you're going to eat. So here you're sending a message that how you think is not wrong, but it's how you go about it, right? So a lot of us have been wired the wrong way. And so now we have the Most High has built these celestial events into the astrological calendar for us to take some time and reevaluate, right? Taurus is a sign. It's a beautiful sign. It represents the cow. Now, it wasn't really that it was a bull, guys. It was a cow. And I talked about it before about Hathor, in ancient Egypt, and how they used the different animals to represent attributes of the Most High. And so Hathor was known as the cow, nurturing, mothering, because cows, they always use their milk, right? And when you think about Taurus, it is the womb of the larynx, of the throat, because it represents the throat chakra. And so what happens here is the words that you speak out of your mouth, it is your wand. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, it says, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. So we see here that just by speaking, right, that you put things in motion, right? What you say, how you use your words. Do you use your words to tear down or to uplift? Your words are very important because words can be used the wrong way. Because I looked up the word weird. You guys do this. That's why I like to have my presentations, because I can just show y'all, but I'll just say it here. Look up the word weird, the etymology, okay? And it means changing your reality or altering your reality. Now, they also have some stuff that it's about witches and all those things there too. So some people, I'm just going to warn you, because you're going to get, so it's about altering your reality, okay? Then I looked up the word fate, and it was saying it's basically the word you speak, right? So here you see that you can change your reality by the words that you speak, because your word is your wand, right? So what are you speaking over yourself? What are you speaking about your situation, right? Because Mercury tells you to be intelligent, right? What are you communicating out of your mouth, right? Oh no, I can't do this. I can never do that. Oh no, this can never happen. What are you speaking? And a lot of times when you think about Taurus, it's actually because it represents the divine mother, because it's an earth sign, it's feminine, right? Not to say that if any man is born under Taurus that they're not masculine, like I don't have time for all of those debates, okay? Because all of us have masculine and feminine in us, all right? but it's a compassionate sign. It's a nurturing sign. A lot of these people are very nurturing, right? They have talents, and a lot of times they hold back from showing those talents because of a lot of self-doubt, and that self-doubt has come into play because of life experiences. So they rather hide themselves, hide their gifts, than to express it because they don't want to be seen as weird, when actually weird was about taking authority over your reality. Also, when you think about a Taurus sign, you think in terms of stubbornness, but stubbornness is not something that is normal. When you see a lot of stubbornness, it's because at some point in that person's life, they did not have a voice, and they want to protect themselves and protect their individuality or protect their way of thinking, and so it will come off as stubbornness. All right, but it's actually a deep fear. Now, when I talk to you guys about the zodiac, right, the zodiac, these were steps in righteousness that all of us must embody in our psyche, right? We all must embody these principles of righteousness. So even if you are not a Taurus, this still applies to you. If it is in your chart, Taurus is in your chart, these are some things that you have to look at, right? But they're very compassionate, nurturing. A lot of these people, you're going to see them as teachers, preachers, right? Because that's a part of that aspect of the divine mother, nurture, right? Want to see people expand and grow, all right? When you see the stubbornness, this is not something that is normal. This is a distortion. This is because of this false matrix that we're in, right? And so that's why it's so important for us to align with our real divine mother, because she's going to lead you into all truth. No one is going to be able to come in and manipulate you or to stomp out your gifts, because it's coming from here. It's coming from inside, right? So these are just some things to think about. We have a lunar eclipse that's coming up, I think, the end of the week. And that's also going to cause us guys to deal with more of our emotions. So if things surface, it's a time to release it. You will still be in retrograde, so you can reflect on it. And just really a time to sit down and just take a mental look at your life, right? Are you following the desires, your truest desires? Are you suppressing yourself? Are you letting your light shine? Do you know what your light is, right? A lot of you, it was something that you wanted to do when you were a child, and it was your passion, something that you're passionate about. It makes you excited, and you forgot about it because of life and, sometimes money and responsibilities. But maybe it's time for you to revisit it now. The Most High says that He wants us to succeed and to prosper, right? And be of good health, So get outside, get some exercise. Be careful what you eat. Now with all these ascension symptoms, it's good to eat that fire food, the food that comes from the ground. I'm not telling anybody what to eat, just telling you that a lot of people now, they can't digest certain foods now. And it's because your body is going through so many changes right now, guys, at a cellular level. And it's almost like you put certain foods in your mouth and you feel sick, right? So that's all I want to talk to you about. Also, before I end, I do have to say that, guys, it is very important that you protect yourself. There are a lot of psychic attacks going on. And what I mean by that, there are a lot of bad intentions and words and kitchen spells that are being sent at a lot of people who are ascending to higher consciousness. And one of the ways you know, because it's going to make you always doubt your intuition, okay? And then it will make you make bad decisions. You're going to be in confusion. That's another way you know that you're under some type of attack. When a lot of confusion, you feel cloudy, right? And I'm going to tell you something, guys. A lot of this stuff is not only coming from, you know, just stepping out of this matrix, right? Because this dark energy, they don't want to let go of you without some type of fight. It's like coming out of a gang. But you have to be careful, because even like people that's around you, if they're not in tune, then they can be used. They can be used. And, you know, a lot of it is to place doubt and fear in you and to suppress this throat chakra. You know, stop you from speaking the truth, your truth. And I want y'all just to keep that in mind. Get outside, enjoy nature, take a wind bath. Let the wind speak to you. Because even though you're standing out there in that wind and you think, oh, I'm not hearing anything, guess where it's going? Right to your subconscious mind. See, we deny the power. We don't understand these things. And a lot of times you go out in nature, it calms down your nervous system. Okay? Or even if you just watch nature things on your TV, you know, like pull up some nature channels on your feed. Like sometimes I just watch like eagles, and I watch how they mate, how they take care of their young. You can see so much of the Most High in just these in nature, right? So that's all, fam. You know, that's all I wanted to say. Just come on and just, you know, talk to you a little bit. And thank you all for stopping by my channel. If you feel led to, you know, hit the like button. It's free. If you would like to pick up any of the things that I've created, you can go to Restore Peace and Harmony to support your girl. It just helps be able to like get more books or just more software to do certain things. So, you know, with Helping Hands for a Higher, thank you all for, you know, your support with that. And, you know, guys, be blessed and have a beautiful day.